Okay, so welcome, folks that are just joining us. Let's come to a comfy seated position. And if you've always got your same leg in front, just cross over. So you're just sitting cross legged in a different way. So now let's just do a few really tiny cow and cats, just feeling on the inhale. It's like you're trying to grow out of the base of your spine, getting taller. Then on the exhale, just gently letting the back round a little bit, the head come forward a bit, but have the emphasis be on trying to get taller in your spine on each inhale. Good. The next time you're tall, staying there. And let's inhale our arms overhead, really trying to feel the spine extending. Then on the exhale, keeping the spine long, letting the shoulders relax down with the arms, letting the hips just really feel rooted. So with your own breath, inhale, growing upward. Exhale, letting kind of your limbs settle downward. One more time, nice full inhale, really feeling that energy coming up the spine. And letting those arms just sort of fall down. Good. So letting your hands rest where they like, looking down at the floor, closing your eyes, and let's get into our breath. Feeling on the inhale, your diaphragm kind of pulling downwards, the lower belly relaxing and expanding. And then just letting the breath go on the exhale. Trying to feel kind of not just your lower belly expanding on the inhale, but just kind of feel even in a way your lower back expanding, almost like there's a balloon inside of you that's just pushing outward on the inhale and then just relaxing on the exhale. Good. Keeping this type of breath where it almost feels like a massage inside of you. And let's just get our wrists a little bit advanced warning, doing some wrist circles, waking up the hands. And then making your way onto your hands and knees for some good old cow and cat. So with your own breath, inhale, feel that lengthening in the arch. Exhale, feeling your belly button coming towards your spine. So really feeling that expansion on the inhale and the exhale, feel that sort of a deflation of your balloon. Good. Now let's change it. So you're letting your hip go one way, your head looking over the other way on the exhale. Inhale back through center, exhale the other way. Just seeing how sort of deep and slow you can make your breath, matching your movement. Now let's do that twisty one where you're dropping one elbow. You're bending your elbow to look the other way, getting that twisty feeling in your upper back. Inhale through center, then the other side, and just seeing what your neck is up for. Just trying to wring out your shoulder blade muscles right up into your neck. Keeping that nice, full, deep, slow breath. Good, wonderful. Let's just take a moment just to let your head relax. Maybe shaking out your shoulders, just letting the upper body have a little break. And then when you're ready, let's do some big hip circles. So we're getting ready for child's pose. So just having your hips go around in a circle, just seeing if there's anything going on in your lower back that wants to move or stretch out. Getting the hips ready and then back around the other way. Good. Now just one final thing before we get into our child's pose, lifting up one knee and just doing some little hip circles, just getting the hip ready to go one way. And then the other way. Wonderful. And then the other side, opening out first, sort of up and out. Wonderful. Other direction. Good. So let's make our way into our child's pose. So knees coming wide, just gently seeing what the hips have to say, maybe shifting side to side a little bit as you head down. Feeling the hips really, really kind of melty, and then feel like you're sort of pulling your spine out of your pelvis as you relax downwards, maybe with a pillow, whatever you need to feel comfy. And then noticing your breath. On the inhale, feel that expansion through your lower belly, your lower back, feel everything kind of inflating. And then on the exhale, just feel everything melting downward, letting go, just sinking into it. Increasing your inhale, and we're going to slowly come out of this. Back up onto your hands and knees and just doing whatever feels like a relief. Whatever your body tells you to do next, go ahead and do that. Now we're going to be doing another version of child's pose, so I'd say it would probably be a good idea. Let's lengthen out one leg behind us and just kind of pressing into your heel and then pressing up onto your toes, just stretching out the backs of our legs before we hold them up again. So exhale, pressing back, getting that stretch in your calf. Inhale, coming forward a bit. So just pulsing back and forth with your breath. Wonderful. And switching legs, please. Just sort of unfurling the leg for a bit before we bend it up again. Wonderful. So I want to do a different version of child's pose, and it's your choice which one you feel like. There's two options. There's the one where you're reaching one arm over to the side to get a big side bend. The other option is maybe you have a pillow and you're bringing your hand underneath the other, come down on your shoulder and your head, maybe the floor, maybe a pillow to get a big twist. So depending on what your body wants, if your upper back is tight, you might like the twisty one. And if your side body and lower back is a little achy, maybe you want to do the big side bend one. So choose your own adventure based on what your body needs the most. And if you're doing the twisty one, maybe put a pillow underneath your shoulder and head, just so it's not so extreme of a twist for your lower back. So if you're doing the twisty, it's your shoulder will rest on the pillow. Once you found the version that's working for you, let's notice our breath again. Trying to feel the expansion wherever it's happening internally. Maybe it's your side body you feel expanding now, but really feel like your diaphragm's pulling down and your lungs are expanding like a balloon, creating this ripple effect, softening your insides. And then on the exhale, letting everything melt, letting your hips let go, letting your shoulders release, letting the tension in your neck go, melting into it. Nice and slow coming out of that side, taking a moment before you do the other side just to get your spine untwisted somehow or unbent. Just kind of move around till you undo that side. And then when you're ready, setting up to go the other way. So once you're there and you're feeling a good stretch, but no pain, like something that you can just hold for a while, noticing your breath again, feeling that expansion wherever it's happening. And then the melting on the exhale, wherever you're feeling muscular tension, just letting it melt, but no pain, please. They're full. Now we're going to slowly, slowly come out of that, please. And just do whatever your body's asking for, trying to just do the opposite of what you were just doing somehow. And then eventually we're going to meet on our backs, please. So when you get down on the floor, no hurry if you're liking what you're doing. Let's hug in those knees. And just letting the body roll from side to side. Just feel like you're massaging your back into the floor. Nice and slow. Just feel like your body weight is just kind of gently compressing and massaging whatever's touching the floor. Good, wonderful. When you feel done with that, let's inhale to do a big full body stretch, arms overhead, legs stretched out, flexing your feet, letting your back arch. Maybe feeling a nice stretch in your underarms. Nice big inhale. Then as you exhale, hugging in your knees, feeling the opposite. So let's do a few of those. Inhale to lengthen everything out, letting your back arch almost like a cow feeling. And then as you exhale, pressing out the air, hugging in your knees. So just with your own breath on your inhale, get that big, long body stretch. And then on the exhale, press out your air. Good. Then the next time your knees are in, think about, we're going to keep one knee hugged in and the other one lengthened out. So think about which leg you feel like lengthening out first, and then do the other one. So go the opposite of the one you feel like doing. Good. So we're going to do that thing where you inhale, the knee comes away from your belly a bit. And then on the exhale, pulling that knee in, pressing out the air. So inhale, feeling the lower belly expand. Exhale. It's like the knee coming in is pressing out the air. Your lengthened out leg, let it totally relax. The quad and the hip flexor are just completely chilling out. Good, wonderful. Now that knee that you've been hugging in, let's start to take it in some hip circles. So opening out to the side first. You can hold on to your leg or your pants or just let your arms relax, depending on what you feel like. But we're just trying to do a really smooth circle with your hip. So if you feel any kind of like skipping, like a record player, slow it down and just try to smooth it out. Good, and then switching directions. Feel how your lower back and hips are just kind of softening, getting kind of massaged into the floor. Good, wonderful. And now lengthening out that leg and just laying here for a second, noticing maybe how your two legs feel kind of different now. Just breathing deep, letting the hips and pelvis just let go into the floor. Then when you're ready, let's hug it in the other knee. And that lengthened out leg is just totally relaxed. Give it a maybe of a shake. Make sure the quad's relaxed. And then let's do that pull in thing. So on the exhale, pulling your knee in. Inhale, just let it travel away so your lungs can fully inflate. And then exhale, pressing out the air. Good. Then when you're ready, we're going to hip circle, opening out to the side first. Maybe holding on or just your arms relax and slowing it down, feeling every little part of the circle, trying to make it as smooth as possible. Careful, switching directions around the other way. Good, wonderful. Let's do a full body stretch, arms overhead, letting your back arch again, letting the belly and the hip flexors and everything just stretching on out. Let's point our toes this time, just so it's a bit different. Good, nice big inhale again. And when you're ready, hugging your knees, both of them pressing out the air. Good. Now let's let our knees come apart. We're going to do a big opening. So maybe you're going to come into happy baby if that's what you're in the mood for. Maybe you just feel like having your knees hugged in on either side. Maybe you want to open up your legs to either side, whatever gets you a really good inner thigh stretch, go for that. We're going to hang out here for a little while. So find a position where you're feeling a good stretch, but no pain. Then coming into stillness, noticing your breath, feeling what's expanding on the inhale and what's letting go on the exhale. And really supporting where you need. Wonderful. When you're ready, slowly coming out of that, and let's do some windshield wipers. So inhaling through center, or if you feel like doing something else first, go for it, but eventually meeting up and windshield wipers when it feels good. So going really slow, inhaling through center, exhaling to drop one way. Wonderful. So let's knees bent, cross over one leg. However you want to do this one. Maybe you sneak your heel closer in. Maybe you're drawing your legs in to get more of that outer leg stretch. Maybe you're grabbing through to reach your other leg to pull in. Maybe you've got a strap or something. Just futz around so you feel a nice big hip opener that you can hold for a little while. And once you're set up, coming into stillness, feeling that expansion on the inhale, and then just trying to let that hip melt and give way on the exhale. Okay, so we're going to keep that leg crossed over, but have your underneath leg come back down to the floor. So that upper leg still crossed over, but your other foot's just on the floor. And let's just let your hips rock side to side a little bit, just sort of softening whatever's touching the ground. Let's open up your arms to either side, palms facing up. And let's take a moment to shake out your shoulders, make sure they're totally relaxed. Maybe letting your head rock side to side, just making sure your head is relaxed. And then we're gonna let our legs flop towards the top leg that's crossed over, coming into a twist. So that upper leg, sort of the ankle is gently pressing down on the underneath leg. So you're getting a nice stretch on the outside of your hip, up through your side body, maybe right up into your underarm. This shouldn't hurt your knee, so adjust if your knee is unhappy. We're just going for a big old twist. So once you feel it, nice big inhales melting on the exhale. So let's slowly come out of that, please. Untangle your legs and this automatic pilot, do exactly what your body wants. We're going to do all that on the other side. So just letting your body move however it wants because it knows what's coming next. So maybe doing the opposite of what we're doing next. Good. And then when you're ready, bending up your knees, crossing over the other leg. So finding your way of getting a nice big hip stretch. Getting support where you need. And then once you're there, just breathing deep, melting into it. So keeping that leg crossed over, but putting your bottom leg back down on the floor, maybe letting your legs just shift side to side a little bit, kind of like a rocking back and forth, just trying to soften your back and hips. And let's open up our arms at shoulder height, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And just moving your shoulders however you need to try and get them to relax into the floor. Maybe letting your head rock side to side a bit, just making sure your neck and upper back are relaxed. And then when you're ready, letting your upper back and arms just melt into the floor. And then you're letting your legs flop towards the crossed over leg. Getting that twisty, nice long stretch through your hip, up through your side body. Breathing deep, melting into it. Slowly coming back out of that and just letting your body do exactly what it's wanting to do. If any tension got built up, just trying to soften things. And when you're ready, no rush. Let's reach our arms overhead, lengthening out our body, big full body stretch, big inhale. This time as you exhale, just let things relax down into the floor, letting your hips and shoulders just melt into the floor. And then we're going to make our way into banana. So your torso stays rooted, but you're just walking your hands and feet one direction. So you get a big side body stretch on the other side. Just breathing deep, feel that whole side body stretching out. Good. Walking back through center. And before the other side, doing something that unbends your spine. I really like hugging in my knees for a moment. Just getting your pelvis kind of and your spine, back into a neutral spot. Then when you're ready, lengthening out again, making your way now in the other direction. Breathing deep, trying to melt things on the exhale. Good. Making your way back through center. Do one more big full body stretch or just whatever your body wants. Moving however your body needs to move because we're going to make our way into Shavasana soon. So I'm thinking the nicest way to get there, if you agree, is to hug in your knees for one last time. Maybe rocking a little bit. Making a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, letting everything flop open into your Shavasana. So feeling that gentle expansion lifting on the inhale and then the melting, letting go on the exhale. Slowly start to lengthen your inhale and waking up your body with whatever movement feels good. Whatever we haven't done yet that your body wants to do, let it move in that way. And then slowly rolling onto your side, resting there for a moment. And then when it feels like the right time, coming up to seated or staying in Shavasana, if that's what suits your fancy today. Letting your body just sit however feels good. Feeling your spine nice and long. And just take a few deep breaths, feeling that strength coming up your spine on the inhale. And just feeling that ease through your shoulders and hips downward on the exhale. And namaste. So I'm going to stop the recording. Stop recording.